Welcome, everyone. My name is Nick Hershey. I'm the president of the Mortgage Calculator. We are a non-delegated correspondent lender that operates quite a bit differently. So I'd like to thank everybody for joining us today so we can go through what makes us special and different. Hopefully it's a good fit for you. Joined here today with our sales manager, Jose Gonzalez, and our COO, Kyle Hershey. Kyle will go through a demo of the software, show you exactly how kind of the back end works, how some of the leads work. And then Jose will end it and bring it all together with his 27 years of experience and how we put the technology and the leads together to actually close loans. So let me go ahead and pull up our website here. So most of you hopefully have joined from this page and checked it out, but let me go ahead and go through it and explain a little bit more about what we mean on each step here. So obviously we are different. What really makes us different here is we're all about leads, unlimited free mortgage leads powered by our own software, CRM, POS, LOS. So that's really what it comes down to that makes us different. And we'll explain a little bit about why that is. So myself and Kyle, we come from a technology background for the last almost 20 years now, 19 years. We've been doing marketing, advertising, and lead generation at scale for all our businesses using technology and software. So not only do we put the software and CRM together, but we also have spent millions of dollars on advertising on all kinds of different platforms in order to make this all work in harmony. So that's really our background and why we have a different take on what you may be used to for a mortgage company. And that's what got us into the industry. We started doing leads for real estate companies and mortgage companies, which then brought us into starting our own mortgage company here. So what makes us different here? Again, we're non-delegated correspondent, and we combine our technology and tools to allow you guys, the loan officers, to scale your business. So we believe strongly that we don't need to take your guys' business. Everybody here knows how to do their own business. That's great. We want to add to your guys' business. We believe everybody needs to add new leads to their pipeline. Even the most, the highest grossing LOs in the business need to get new leads. So even if one of their greatest sources is referrals, that's awesome. You still need a system to use those. So whether they're self-generated, referral-based, or advertising-based, we believe that you guys need leads, new blood in your pipeline to succeed. And especially now when a lot of our easy loans have dried up, definitely need to work these systems better. So we're all about empowering you guys to fill your pipeline with new leads, whether that's our leads, whether that's your leads, whether we give you guys a better system to push those through your system. That's really what we want to do. We want to add to your business. Now, how do we do that? How do we deliver? We are non-delegated correspondent. You've heard me say that a few times, but what does that really mean? It means we're approved with over 130 different outlets. So we've tried this model through a FDIC bank, had a large team there, had a very large team at a large broker shop, and same thing with non-del and delegated. So we've had our team in all different models. And when we built our own company, we found that non-delegated correspondent is the best. And that's because we can do both. We can do broker loans and correspondent loans for our borrowers and kind of wear both hats at the same time. Why do we do that? Because correspondent always beats broker pricing. So when we are the lender, we're using our own money, our own funds, our own system. We're always going to get the best rates for our client. So we have over 5,000 loan programs where we are the lender with our 32 correspondent investors. And if there's something that our outlets can't do or we can't fund or we can't do for any reason, we have 105 additional wholesale lenders for any specialty loans that we need to do. So anytime that we can't fund it or do it ourselves, we will work with another lender that can. It's all about the customer. When we can fund it and do the loan ourselves, we're always going to have the best rates and pricing when we're the lender. So we want to make sure it's all about the customer, right? Whatever the customer needs, we want to make sure we can perform that. We don't want to be stuck in one channel or one way of doing business. We want to make sure whatever the customer needs, that's what we can perform. So that also means we have every loan program you've ever heard of. So we obviously do all the conventional stuff: VA, USDA, FHA, Fannie, Freddie, CDFI, non-QM, commercial, DSCR, mixed use, SBA, any type of mortgage program you've ever heard, we make sure we have that outlet because we want to make sure whatever lead we get, wherever you guys are getting leads, wherever we're getting leads, we always have a home for every loan, whether that's a correspondent outlet that has some unique programs, great. If it's a brokered outlet that has a very unique program, no problem. We need to make sure that's in our repertoire so you guys have that tool at your disposal. Now, how do we accomplish all this? Of course, is with our software. So our software is built for us, by us. There is no other vendors or people involved. It's our fully integrated website. What you're looking at now is our software that's built into the CRM, that's built into the LOS, that's built into everything. So fully integrated website, POS, CRM, LOS. What that really means for you guys and your customers, a single login for everything. So our cloud-based system is built for us, by us. One login for you, one login for your customers, no matter which of our 130 plus outlets we're going to use for the loan. We're going to make sure you go to one place and your customer goes to one place and you guys are all organized. And our system can take your prospects, basically a prospect, anywhere they come in on your website, any format, any type of way you get a lead, from just name, email, and phone, all the way to getting live interest rates, to completing their 1003, to pulling their own credit instantly with our credit API, pulling the liabilities into the file, and setting up the Encompass file for you. Of course, we don't necessarily use Encompass. That's our basis. That's our database, right? But we push all the data into there for you instantly and automatically, and you still don't need to use it. So we have over 50 API integrations with Encompass, of course. You can use Encompass or you can use the CRM. It's all the same. Same thing with Optimal Blue. You don't need to log in for Optimal Blue. It's just a button in the CRM. Same thing with credit, account check, appraisal, 5 AMCs with one click of one button, no logins needed for anything. So when you guys coming from the broker world where you have to have a login for everything and hundreds of logins, changing from hundreds to one is a big difference. So everything we have is just a click away. It's the same services you've used elsewhere, the same great stuff that you guys use at other companies and that all the mortgage companies use, but it's just a click away in the CRM. So one login for you and one login for your customer. And the best part to top it all off is we take requests, right? So this is for us, by us. We have full-time developers that work every single day adding different stuff. So you guys can suggest different items to add to the software. If it helps all your teammates, we obviously want to build that in and add it to our list there. So awesome options there for people that are interested in improving their process. We have also noticed through all our different platforms the lack of training. So at a bank, obviously, there was little or no training. At a broker shop, you're kind of on your own. You got to learn every system on its own, every login on its own. So we want to make sure we make training a huge part of what we do. So we have our remote-based learning center and our daily live trainings. So our remote-based learning centers, like our classroom, log in anytime at your own time, middle of the night, weekends, whatever you need to do to get those classrooms and courses done. Then we have our live MLO trainings 5 days a week, which are our private webinars, right? For company processes, things like that. So you need a refresher, no problem. You need to take all 5 of those to get started, but you can join in anytime. We have our public live podcast. So every morning we do our Mortgage Rates podcast where we go through different topics, different products that we have. Definitely tune in for those, learn a little bit every morning. And every week we have 2 different public loan officer trainings. So obviously for you guys, but also for other loan officers that may be interested in learning new products and things along with us. So those are public podcast type trainings. And then of course, anytime since you're in the company, you can pop into our company Zoom support. So we have our processors in there, help you get fixed on Encompass or whatever you need. If you need to click a button or show you where to do something. And if you get stuck, again, everything's at your fingertips. Our Knowledge Center has thousands of articles, not just from us and videos from us and tips from us, but from our partners. So with 130 plus lender partners, they all have different webinars, matrices, guidelines, tips, tricks, all kinds of different things that go into our Knowledge Center that's massive. So anytime you need any information, you just go to one spot and can look that up. Now, these final items don't really fit in a category, but very cool. I love to do these loans when I had clients. I love to work with investors. So we love to offer you guys the ability to close DSCR business purpose loans for investors in over 44 total states. We are also licensed in 24 for primary. So that means you can add essentially 20 states to your footprint without necessarily having to get a license. So that's awesome for anybody that wants to do some investor loans. We have all kinds of different lead sources. Kyle will show you a few, but the gist of it is they all come in at a 50-50 split. So we want to make it very simple for you guys. Any of our team members at any time, no matter what plan you're on or whatever you're doing, if for any reason you can't do the loan, if you're not licensed in the state, maybe it's a spouse or some sort of other conflict of interest, you click one button and it instantly goes to a senior loan officer to do that loan, and you can still earn on that loan 75 basis points. So anytime You can't quite do the loan and it's your client, no problem. Click that button, collaborate with someone that has that license or that know how to do that loan, and you can still earn on that loan. And we're all about leads, so we want to set you up with your own lead campaigns if you don't have one yet, or if you do, no problem. We'll show you how to import those into our system so they can go instantly from your lead source all the way through the system, pull their credit, pull their 1003, all that kind of good stuff. And of course, we're from a technology background, marketing background. There is no hidden fees, no monthly fees, no tech fees, no desk fees, nothing hidden. Everything is up front. What you see is what you get. So we want to be very straightforward here from more of a software type of background. Now let's get into the plans. You guys need to watch the video. It's right here on the page. This is the live page, so you can watch a replay here. I'll post it shortly. And let's get into our plans here. So these plans are a little bit different than what you might be used to. So let me try to center them here. Perfect. So obviously everybody's drawn to the senior loan officer plan. That's usually where we start. That's where we want to get everybody upgraded to. So once you learn our systems, you're rocking and rolling. Our max commission is up to 250 basis points. That's with bonuses, of course. So our standard commission here might be a little hard to read there with the text. 200 basis points on conventional non-QM. That's the stuff we're all used to. 90+% of what our loans are, those types of loans. And that's 2% commission for those not familiar. Again, simple 50-50 split no matter what plan you're on. So 200 basis points on your own deals. 100 basis points if you take a company lead, no matter where that comes from. If it's from the company, it's 100 basis points on those for those conventional non-QM loans. That's 1% for those not familiar. So our senior loan officers obviously are going to get everything everybody else gets. And the icing on the cake is they're going to be the receivers of the referral leads from their team, right? So anytime our team members have a loan they can't do, they're going to help you with that loan, but they're going to go directly to a senior loan officer. So those aren't leads as far as just a customer putting their info in that they're interested. These are actual friends, family members, clients of your fellow team members that are ready to do a loan. So a lot different there from a regular lead. Then, of course, the regular leads, our senior loan officers have access to all the different sources. So everything Kyle's about to show you, all the different ways they come in. Obviously, senior loan officers, no restrictions whatsoever. And we want to upgrade our senior loan officers to earn more, right? So if you guys already have volume, no problem. We want to add to your business, not take away. So if you have over 2 million volume, no problem. 25 basis points bonus on all of that volume. And over 5 million, 50 basis points bonus for anything over there. So anybody with large teams or doing a lot of volume, this would be great for you to earn more there of your commission. And of course, if you want to earn more, there are options to upgrade. Once you become a senior loan officer, you learn all our systems. You can then teach others, right? So you can become a team leader, teach others how to structure their loans, use our system, and earn 15 basis points on all their loan for all your team members. And if you want to take full responsibility and be their branch manager, build a team of under your own branch, you can do 25 basis points, earn 25 basis points on all their loans, help them structure loans and disclose their loans and all the extra responsibility comes with being the branch manager. So opportunities to upgrade there and grow your revenue. How do you get here? Probably hard to see here on the screen share, but the fine print is you need to close 6 loans. So our system is different. We want to make sure you learn our system. So you got to close 6 loans in order to get the senior loan officer plan and be up on your own. So for those first 6 loans, you're on the loan officer plan here. 150 basis points. That's 150 basis points on conventional non-QM, 1.5%. And if you take a company lead, no problem. On your first 6 deals, that's 75 basis points or 0.75% commission on those first 6 deals. So you're teamed up with a team leader and a branch manager. And of course, Jose is a sales manager. All 3 resources are now added to your team for those first 6 loans. So that's why you make a little bit less there, more support to walk you through the process on those first 6 deals. You're still going to have access to all the cool stuff, still have access to all the leads at a 50-50 split, still have access to our good leads. Kyle will show you the live click to claim ones that are coming in every day at the 50-50 split. You'll still be able to refer deals to senior LO. So if there's any reason you can't do it, you can still earn, no problem. And we're licensed in 24 states, as I mentioned, for primary second homes. And since we have 44 states that we can do business purpose, that means 20 additional states you don't need a license necessarily for, that you can do those DSCR business purpose. And of course, when you're a loan officer, all our loan officers are paid via W-2. And the fine print here, we need to make sure you are full-time loan officer. So 1 loan per month minimum, Obviously, to be on the loan officer plan, if you're not doing one loan a month, you're probably not able to make it full time as a loan officer. So goes kind of hand in hand. If for any reason you're not full time, no problem. There's a plan for you. That's our junior loan officer plan. So you're still licensed. Maybe you're part time. Maybe you're a realtor, and this is to add to your income. You're not quite ready to go full time. No problem. You're still licensed. You can still earn. You can earn 75 basis points. And your 75 basis points is to refer deals to senior loan officers. So still same objective there. Still have access to all of our systems. Still have access to generate leads on your website. You're still licensed, right? Still have access to our leads in our auto dialer. Kyle will show you. And the important thing is no minimum production requirements. You're learning, right? You're just earning while you're learning. And since you're fully part-time, you can be paid via 1099 in most states there. So this is the plan. If for any reason you're part-time, maybe you're just learning, whatever it is, earn while you learn. You're still licensed, no problem. You're still going to do deals. You're going to be teamed up with senior loan officers. Once you're ready to go full-time, both feet in, do one loan per month minimum, you're ready to go. You can upgrade to loan officer at any time. So we just want to make sure you guys choose the plan that fits best for you and what works for you right now. And as soon as you're ready to upgrade, we have no problem upgrading you. So those are our plans. Let's go ahead and pass it over to Kyle and show you guys a little bit of the back end of how the system works here. So you ready, Kyle?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me just go ahead and share my screen here, and then we will get into it. So when you come on board, we'll do a full training on this, but I just want to point out a few things here in the CRM. Now, we have a CRM here, just like any other CRM, where you can take your notes, send emails, text. They all stack up here, so you have your history of everything, and you can set reminders for yourself. You can put people on action plans, automated drip campaigns to automatically send them emails and texts, all that kind of cool stuff that any other CRM would have. But what really starts to set us apart here is our quoting system. So within 2 minutes, without needing to pull credit or anything, you can ask your client 6 questions and pull rates instantly, automatically through our API with Optimal Blue. And again, within 2 minutes, you can send a text and an email to the client with a nice, pretty quote that looks like this, where they can see their rate choices. They can scroll over these things and see what they mean. It pulls in the Google map automatically. It pulls in the Zestimate automatically, shows them their proposed loan info, the monthly breakdown of the taxes and insurance, the estimated lender fees, and of course, you here as the loan originator. And you can also add your realtor partners to these quotes. So your realtor partners absolutely love this. They know when they send you a client, you can attach them to the quote. You're keeping them in front of their client. Hey, we are your team that's pushing this deal across the finish line, and nobody else is doing that, right? Your realtor is going to say, hey, I can send them a client. They're going to get them a quote within minutes, and I'm going to be attached to the quote. So your realtor partners absolutely love this. Now, the coolest part is that when your client is ready to move forward, they can click Start My Loan Application. Now, what that does is that takes them right here to their borrower portal, where they can then start their loan application right here. They don't have to leave the screen. We have the full 1003 in here. We're going to ask them for the documents that we need so they can upload all of their documents. They can see their loan info, the milestone of where their loan is at, which updates automatically as the loan goes through our system. And they can communicate with you through here as well as their loan team. So that is what it looks like on the client's end when they move forward. Now, on your end, you can also see their 1003 application and you can edit it as well. Some of you might be phone application takers. You could fill it in yourself, right? You can also help them upload the documents and everything. But the coolest part is that you can request more documents. So if you need 12 months bank statements, you can click there, save changes, and now it's going to be asking them for 12 months bank statements. You can also request a whole packet. You can say, you know what, this was going to be a conventional loan, but it's actually going to be a VA self-employed loan. Now, I don't know what documents we need for a VA self-employed loan off the top of my head, but the system does. So I could replace that. And now we're only going to be asking for what we need for an actual VA self-employed loan there, right? So you can change all the documents you're requesting. You can also request signatures. So you can request a signature. Then when they log in, they can sign it right here. they click one button, sorry, right here. They can click one button and sign it through our e-sign. It's integrated with the API. Again, they never have to leave the page or visit another website. Now, of course, you can also request custom documents too, whatever it is you need. Hey, underwriters requesting this or whatever. And then it's going to ask them for that. Now, the cool thing is that once they fill out their 1003 and they agree for the credit pull, we're going to pull credit automatically and instantly. So the borrower doesn't have to pay for it, and you don't have to pay for it. We pay for it, and it pulls credit instantly. So then what happens is when you click the Encompass API here, it's going to pull up our API with Encompass, and you don't have to actually open Encompass. You're just opening our system. Look how snappy it is here, right? Where you can change things. And so you can actually originate the whole loan here in our system, and the 1003 info is already going to be pulled in. The credit is already going to be pulled into here. So everything is here for you, all ready to go as soon as they've submitted their application. So, we've got their application, we've pulled credit, we're asking them for the documents and all that. You also have your processor assist button here. So with one click, you can order VOE, VOA, you can lock the loan, order insurance, request title, flood insurance, cancel the loan. So everything is right here at your fingertips for that as well. Now, once the loan is in underwriting, what you'll notice here is in the same tab, we have our underwriting conditions. So you'll get an email alert letting you know the underwriter has requested this condition. You'll log into your portal right here. You don't need to log in anywhere else. And you have the option to upload a document to fulfill it, or you could dispute the condition and send it back to the underwriter with the obviously the explanation of why it should not be a condition and why you are disputing it. So you see here how this loan goes from all in one system, goes from talking to a client, quoting the client, gathering the 1003, gathering the documents, pulling the credit, originating the loan in Encompass, and even fulfilling underwriter conditions, the whole loan from start to finish in our one system with one login for you and one login for your customer. So that is the great part about having everything in one system, and our proprietary system here built for us, by us, with everything that we need to run our business here in the way that we do. Now I want to talk about where these leads come from in the first place. So our leads, we have a few different type of leads. The first and foremost way we provide you with leads is our click to claim leads that are through our Facebook campaign. So we're running Facebook ads, as Nick said. That's what our background is before we got into mortgages. And essentially somebody's going to click on one of our ads, they're going to double opt in to be contacted, and you're going to get a text message immediately so that you can call that lead. So those are going to be coming into your phone all day long. Those are the hot, fresh leads coming in through our campaigns. Now, another way that we provide you with leads is through our auto dialer. So we have an auto dialer in our CRM. You can call 300, 400, 500 people in a day. You can press one button to drop an automated text and an email to them and move right on to the next call. So again, you can call hundreds of people in a day, instantly dropping automated texts and emails to them at the click of a button. And we provide the leads in here. So we have everything from foreign national leads to bank statements to cold call lists in here, trigger lead lists in here, realtor lists to call realtors and build the relationship. So there's always thousands of calls here in the dialer that you can call, hundreds of them in a day, to put in that work to call leads and build up your pipeline. Now, another way that we provide you to work leads here is you can purchase your own campaigns. So just like the leads we're giving you on a 50-50 split, obviously we've proven out those ad campaigns and know that they work and know that they close deals. So what you can do is you can say, hey, I want you to run my campaign. And what we do is we copy our campaign that we know works and we run your budget on it. How that works is not only are you going to get more leads now, because we're still going to be giving you plenty of leads, but you also will get your own leads above and beyond that with no lead split when you close the leads, right? So a great example I like to give of this, one of our loan officers, Nicole, closed her first loan ever as a loan officer, never closed a loan before. It was a $1,060,000 loan. So her commission was $16,000, right? And it was from a lead that we generated, but it was from her campaign. And so she saved $8,000 on her first commission because she purchased the lead, right? So it's important to fill your own pipeline with even more leads than we're giving you. And those leads do not have a lead split. So you can always do an advertising campaign to build up your pipeline more and get some of those deals that do not have a lead split, like the leads we're giving you up front, for no upfront cost. When you close those, there's a lead split. When you close these, there is no lead split. Now, another way to work leads in our system is that you can import leads. So we give you your own custom webhook here. Everybody has their own custom webhook, and you can use Zapier. We give you the instructions here on how to use Zapier to bring in leads from other places. Now, what does that mean? That means wherever else you purchase leads from, you can generate them into our system instantly, automatically. So if you already buy leads from Zillow or Lending Tree or Free Rate Update or something like that, then you use your webhook, and now as soon as Zillow gives you the lead, it's going to pop into our CRM automatically, send you the text, send you the email. That way you can follow up with them, quote them, gather the documents, everything in our system like any other lead that we give you. So whether you're getting leads from us running a campaign for you, or you're running campaigns on other sites or purchasing leads from any other legitimate lead sources, you can use the webhook here to bring those into our system instantly in real time, so you can work them like any other lead. So now what I want to do is I want to talk about the type of leads that we generate here and why. Now, as Nick was saying before, that's more of our background. Nick is kind of the lead person here, the lead expert. He is certified by Facebook as a digital marketing associate, certified by Facebook as a media planning professional, certified by Google as a Google Ad Search specialist, and has been doing digital marketing for the last almost 20 years now. And so we let him handle the leads here, and I want him to talk about the type of leads we get and that we target and why. And then we will have Jose talk about how this all kind of comes together to actually close loans and the support that we provide here. Then we'll open it up to questions. So Nick, let's talk about the type of leads that we target here and why.
Sure. So whenever we're doing something for ourselves or any client we're helping, we want to make sure we do something different and unique, instead of doing something that's typical. So very important in the mortgage industry, right? We don't want to do what everybody else does, which is advertise conventional refis, which is no more, and lowers your guys' commission, does a high volume, lowers your guys' commission as low as they can go, and basically takes money from you guys to get higher volume. We set about doing the opposite from this whole time, right? So we've never had that same model that the big box retailers have had. We wanted to focus on something that adds value long term. So we've always been focused on advertising to the exact clients the big guys are not advertising to. So we're going to advertise to the underserved borrowers, the self-employed borrowers that need a little bit extra help, the borrowers in the new economy that need a little bit extra help, anybody, the investors, real estate investors especially, that don't quite fit in any box for conventional type loans. Anybody that doesn't fit in those boxes, we want to make sure we advertise to. And then obviously we want to advertise the correct products and services. So we've been very passionate about non-QM for a long time, for about the last 4 years before it was super popular. That was our focus, to provide the solutions for those borrowers that may be getting neglected, right? So we have those programs. So self-employed borrowers might click on a bank statement program, and that's great. We send them to you guys. You guys know how to do bank statement loans. But that's not where we start there. We want to make sure we properly analyze the income. Many times the big box shops don't know how to do the income. So if a borrower clicks on a bank statement loan, we still do VA, USDA, FHA, whatever it is, if they qualify, right? So we're still going to analyze their income, make sure they don't qualify. If they don't, no problem. We have over 5,000 additional loan programs to help them out with a real bank statement loan, or even if those have problems, P&L, and even if those have problems, 1099, and if those have problems, CDFI no ratio, whatever it is that helps the borrower. So we want to make sure we get them with something that's going to be helpful. We teach you guys how to help the borrowers and analyze their income properly. and then we give our borrowers the most advantageous program to help them. So we always want to start with the best ones, right? VA, USDA, conventional, all that kind of great stuff. And then if we don't have it, we have thousands additional programs. So whatever crazy request they have, whatever crazy need they have, we want to be able to fulfill that, whether that's a brokered loan or a correspondent loan where we have the best rates and terms. Whatever is good for the customer is going to be helpful. So we don't want to force you guys to go correspondent or force you to use one lender or force you to go broker. We want to make sure whatever the client needs, if there's a special program for that client at a special place, no problem. We're going to do whatever helps the client. So that's why it's very important for us to be non-delegated and very important for us to be able to still offer broker deals because we want to make sure we have a home for every lead that comes in the door. Since we're very focused on leads, we get crazy requests. We have the craziest programs out there. And if we don't have it, you let me know. Just click a button on the website. You can add lenders that request new lenders, and we will add it. So we add people every week that people request on there if they have something that we need. So that's kind of how we put it all together. We want to make sure we do something different, unique, and then put it all together with teaching you guys how to properly analyze the deal from the start to finish and have every outlet available all the way through the whole list there from, you know, the highest benefit to the least benefit to the borrower. So hopefully that covers it for you there, Con.
Yeah, absolutely. And just, we have every type of loan under the sun, right? And if we don't have it, we'll get it. But everything from ground up construction to fix and flip to the CDFI, no ratio, owner occupied, no income, no employment loans to, everything we're talking about, foreign national, 1099, P&L, bank statement. I mean, you name it, we got it, right? And that's because we get so many leads and so many different requests. So now let's have Jose talk a little bit about how this all comes together to close loans and the support that we provide here, and then we'll open it up to questions. So Jose Gonzalez is our sales manager here with 27 years of experience as a loan officer and a realtor. And so he can kind of talk about how this all comes together to close loans.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us. And on September 15th, it will be 28 years still in the biz. So you heard about the great leads. You heard about the amazing technology. We at the Mortgage Calculator are about giving you options to increase your footprint in the industry, to not be held back by simply only being able to offer agency products, because as you know, agency products, the origination for agency products is on the decline, and for non-QM products is increasing, especially our bank statement options. So if you want options, to have more options to offer to your customer, increase your origination, the Mortgage Calculator is the place for you. We definitely help you get started as soon as you complete your training. We want you to be originating loans and closing your first deals within 30 days. We were able to get Nicole to close her first deal in 21 days, and it was a very difficult profit and loss loan with, on top of that, an appraisal transfer. That was the request of the customer in order to give her that deal. Through all the different levels of support that we have, we were able to make that happen, even though Nicole had never closed a profit and loss loan before in her life. We do have, for example, our Zoom room, which is manned by our internal processors during business hours, where you can pop in at any given time without an appointment needed to get assistance with basic things like having trouble logging in, can't get DU to run, can you help me out with I don't understand this, all the basic things that somebody would want immediate attention and assistance with. For our more detailed for the more detailed assistance that is needed, like structuring a loan, for example, we do have our team leaders. Every MLO, once they complete their training, is assigned to a team leader. We also have management, which is available. We also have disclosure assistance. So on our non-delegated files, for example, where we are the lender and we disclose a file, the MLO will first meet with their team leader prior to meeting to disclose a file, but then they will meet with us where we will review the file, And if the file is complete and properly structured for the loan type, it will be disclosed right then and there. Or we will tweak it, make the adjustments, and then get it disclosed again right then and there. And the MLO will have the opportunity to sign their part of the disclosures before the meeting ends. So the disclosures happen right away, no having to upload to a portal and then wait a day or 2 or 3 for the lender or investor to disclose that file. We handle all of that in-house. We also have, for example, alerts when a customer requests a quote that's in your CRM, one of your contacts, one of your lead contacts. You will get an email, your team leader gets an email, management also gets an email, and we're all chiming in right away, offering you assistance and letting you know, hey, you got that quote, make sure you take care of it, let us know if you need any help. When a customer submits an application, you will receive an email. Also, we are also alerted, your team leaders, management, and everybody's there trying to assist you, making sure that A, you know you have an application, and B, do you need any assistance, right? Because we want to make sure nothing falls through the cracks, including your production. And then once the file is disclosed, it goes to our intake processor, who completes all of the intake tasks and document uploads, registers the file for you on the portal of your choosing. That will be in the Encompass file. It will be clear where you want to submit your file, which has already been structured. And once it is registered, it will be immediately submitted to underwriting. Right. Also, as soon as intake is completed on a file, it will be also assigned to a processor, who will also then begin reaching out to you to go over the file with you and see what assistance you may need on that file from a processing point of view. They will also scrub the file, see what else may be needed, although usually that file is usually pretty squeaky clean by the time that we disclose it. We don't just disclose anything, but it is always good to have the processor and the MLO have a meeting of the minds to make sure that we handle the loan as efficiently as possible. When the approval comes in, your processor will assist you in going over the conditions, your team leader as well as needed, management as well as needed, because you can always reach out for assistance if you don't understand any conditions. But again, you do have your processor there who will be hands-on on that loan. And then once the conditions are obtained, they will upload the conditions for you. Please also note that due to the technology, how it is all seamlessly integrated, the processor will be sending out the conditions requirements to your borrower, and then depending on how the MLO and the processor want to work, the processor can also reach out via the CRM by phone to your customer as well. Although I know that some MLOs like handling the phone call part themselves, but note that when the email request for docs is received by the borrower, it will come through the CRM from the MLO, as if the MLO sent it, even though the processor will be working in the back end doing that for you. Those emails will come branded from you, so that you are always front and center in the mind of your borrower as the MLO on the file. As you know, that will help in receiving future referrals, because your borrower will know how hard you are working on that file. Then conditions get uploaded, clear to close, and then the file is transferred to our closing department, who handles all of the final closing setup to get the file closed and to get you paid. So we do have a lot of good systems in place. Now, you are also able to use the third-party processing for your broker deals. Keep in mind, that is not a requirement to use third-party processing, as I know some MLOs like to have more competitive costs on their files and not be obligated to include an additional $700, $800, or $900 or $1,000 fee to their customers, especially if they're trying to compete for the loan. So we do, on the broker channel, give you the option to self-process or use third-party processing, of which we have 2 companies that we have approved. So we're all about options here at the Mortgage Calculator to help you compete and get as many loans as possible. So looking forward to having you as future MLOs on the Mortgage Calculator.
All right. Let's go ahead and go over the next steps, then we'll open it up to questions. So next steps here, I just put a link in the chat there to sign up. It's pretty simple. It's themortgagecalculator.com/join. You're going to sign up for the plan that's applicable, whether you're going to join as a loan officer or a junior loan officer. And then it's going to take you to sign the initial compensation agreement. Now, you don't need to sign it right then. It's going to email you a copy, so take your time. But once you do sign that initial agreement, that's what's going to kick off the rest of the steps for onboarding, such as sponsoring your license and getting your ID documents and all that kind of good stuff. Excuse me. So go ahead and go to that link, themortgagecalculator.com/join, sign up. When you're ready, sign that first agreement, and that'll kick everything else off. Let me go ahead and stop sharing my screen here. So Nick, let's go ahead and stop recording.